love to give us the wrong information. We need to go to the mill, the 2 addresses the other way. Alright, well, we found the new place. And we're just dropping off this empty. And picking up our loaded trailer. We're in a town called, it begins with a bag, B-A-G or B-O-G, Louisiana. I can't remember the name. Louisiana, or something like that. I'm at one of those sewage factories. Oh, and they make paper products. It sure does smell like sewage now. But my trailer is supposedly ready, so that's good. Alright, we're hooked up. I just passed an EPS truck. E-P-E-S. There was this picture on the internet, on Facebook, of a guy who works for them taking a dump right on the side of his truck. I'll try to find it and post it in here. Not that you want to see a picture of a guy in an EPS truck taking a dump on the side of his truck, but if a guy's dumb enough to do that in public, pants down, he ought to be made public since he's doing it in public, right? Why couldn't somebody like that just walk 50 feet into the truck stop and take a dump? It only took this guy 10 minutes to unload me. I wish everyone was like that. Well, let's get out of here. Out of this town. We're gonna go to the pilot in Satsuma. I think that's the name. About 20 miles from here. I wish there was one closer. Because in the morning we got to get up and go the opposite direction. We're in Satsuma, Alabama. Taking our break here. My number one pet peeve, washing trucks at the fuel island. Maybe not number one, but irritating. Well, good morning. Slept really good. Actually slept an extra hour. Here in Creola, Alabama. Hey, just going over the Dolly Parton Bridge too. Ain't she nice? Then we're going up here to Bruton, Alabama to pick up a load going up to Charlotte. Bruton, Alabama. Well, they want me to sweep out this trailer again, but it looks clean to me. Alright, there's some dust particles up here. I guess I can get those. Sometimes it's like how it was back when your mom asked you to clean your room and you throw everything in the closet or under the bed. It's just like that, cleaning these trailers out. Every time I come to this Bruton mill, I gotta build up my air a little bit. Every time I come here, I gotta sweep out the trailer again. I should just sweep it twice and then come here. Alright, let's take her up there and see if we pass inspection this time. Whoever brought this trailer here had a higher tractor by about 6 inches, so we have to lower the trailer down onto the tractor so that it'll connect. It takes about 15 minutes before it goes down. The gear ratio is so low, we really get quite a workout doing this. Plus it's a Great Dane trailer, that doesn't help. Alright, that took 18 minutes. Now I'm going to back up on there and it should be perfect. It's actually going to New Jersey, and since I don't go to New Jersey, I'm dropping it off in our Charlotte yard, so they're already asking me when I'm going to be there. So I told them tomorrow 6 a.m. and then another truck's going to have to take them the rest of the way, take the load the rest of the way up to New Jersey.
Watching Adventures in Trucking with Indiana Jack. Stay tuned.
Piedmont, South Carolina is where we made it to today. A pilot here. I honestly don't remember ever being at this pilot. I could be wrong, but I'm kind of tired. It's going to be nice and cool in the mid-70s right now, so that means tonight it's going to be in the 50s. So great sleeping weather. No idling, don't have to worry about that. And then tomorrow we just have to go to Charlotte and drop this load off there. And then we're going to pick up something there that's going down to Savannah, Georgia. So we're doing the southern route right now. The thing is, I told them I wanted to be home by Wednesday. So I hope they're not planning on me to be home early. Not that I don't want to be home early, but I like to be home on Wednesday and then leave the following Wednesday, just because of pay cutoff and stuff like that. Well, let's get in here into this Pilot. See what they got in there for dinner. Well, that was a look around the Pilot here in Piedmont. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to sleep, and in the morning we'll get up bright and early, get some coffee, and get rolling on into Charlotte. I-77. Well, we're finally rolling. We're in Charlotte. We dropped off our load at the yard this morning. Had trouble finding this trailer, but we got it now, and so we're rolling down to Midway, Georgia. I'm a little bit nervous about coming through Charlotte today. Last week there was some civil unrest here, some hooligans shut down the freeway up here, and they were protesting, and they stopped some trucks and pulled the drivers out and beat them.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
And took the contents out of their truck and started burning it. It just seems so dumb to me. Sorry to sound so negative this morning, but that's because I'm here, so I'm a little bit concerned about that. If you're somebody that's worried about getting beat by the police,
Left at 850 feet.
what I did, not that I'm worried about getting beat up by the police or shot or whatever.
The right on I-77.
If you watch the TV show Cops,
850 feet.
don't do what all those people do on there. And they run away, and then they get shot, and they don't understand why they get shot. So perhaps a course in school would be an hour a day to watch the TV show Cops, so that kids at an early age would learn what not to do when the police confront them. And you may say, well, you're being ridiculous. No. When a cop stops me, if it's at night, I turn on the dome light, put my hand on the steering wheel so he can see me, my hands, and I do whatever he says. I don't run away. to deal with all that. I don't understand people that protest. I never have time to protest because I'm always working. But even if I were off for a few weeks, I wouldn't look in the newspaper for the nearest protest to go to. If that's where they advertise, I don't know how that works. You don't understand, Jack. I do understand. Do what the police say and you won't get murdered or shot or beat up or whatever the police do. I do agree there's some rogue police officers that take power too far, and those I don't agree with those guys either. But the majority of our police officers don't fall into that category. If you watch the cops shows, since we're talking about that, you can tell the ones that think they're just mighty. Hopefully the police department can weed those kind out through psychological tests or whatever. You and I know as truck drivers, occasionally we get stopped by a DOT officer that really just thinks they're just, you're a piece of scum to them. So that part I realize. But we won't keep talking about it. My only point in this little segment, watch cops. If you think you're supposed to run away when the police stop you, don't run away. Because you're going to get shot. Or chased after, or a dog is going to come bite your ankles. So other than that, we're enjoying our trip through Charlotte and on our way down to Georgia. I'll be stopping soon and getting you guys something to eat. You get a little rambunctious when you don't have food, so we'll take care of you. Well, we have arrived here at our receiver. Going to put it in this tiny little hole here. See if I can anyway. Be glad to get rid of this heavy load. And we have some cheat room up front here, but I don't need much. And then we just follow her right in. And we want to make it so our landing gear is right in the center of the cement. Right there. If you don't get it that way, on a hot day, the trailer will break right through the asphalt. So, and that's pretty close to the center. Now we just got to wind her down. And it's a Wabash, so it's going to be easy. Thank goodness. And the reason I say that on a Wabash, the landing gear, it just works. It just goes down. That's all I want. That's all I ask in a trailer. Just have the landing gear work, please. And don't split in the middle, that's it. Alright, well, let's take this one. And then we gotta find a place to park for the night. And we always want to do a tug test. Make sure she's on there good. Alright, we got her all hooked up. Now let's get out of here, do all our paperwork, go find a truck stop. Alright, we did our paperwork. And we did our tug test. I just bought, my air conditioning broke down a few weeks ago. Got all new compressor, everything, and it's broken again. It works at highway speeds, but doesn't work when I'm idling. So it's probably still covered under warranty, so I'm going to take it in and see what's wrong with it. I think I've been here for, I'm going to say 8 years. I had forgot it was here, this distribution center. You guys wait here, I gotta open up the doors real quick. Go up to Brunswick. And they got that TA there with the Starbucks in it. They got a Flying J. I can't remember if that Flying J has the chicken dinner or not. So, still drinking lots of water.